Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and today I decided to make my own livery and put it on my car myself. This is something I've never done before. I've done a little bit of like designing and stuff, obviously, because I make the merch and all that, but I've never done any sort of wrapping or liveries before, so we'll see how this goes. I'm actually filming this after livery is completed, but let's jump back to September when I was planning out the design. This is when I taped out the design that I had originally graphicked out on Canva, and this is what I used to get measurements and write them down in my notes app, and that's what I use as a reference when I was cutting and applying all of the vinyl today when I'm filming this. Alright guys, I am currently working on cutting all of the vinyl for the livery. This is my first time doing this. I'm freehand cutting, and I can show you my materials. So obviously we have the black vinyl here. I've already done some cutting of a couple pieces, labeled them all for where they need to go. Working on this piece right now. I am using just this blade right here on this cutting mat for some measurements and stuff. You can see measurement mark there and there. Measuring tape, and then my straight edge is just this random water gun box piece that I found. So yeah, got a couple scraps and stuff, but I think it's going pretty well for the first time. You know, I tried not to do any like complex shapes when I was designing the livery. And then I also have the racing number, but it's not at the table right now, it's behind me. So yeah, I'll give you guys an update in a little bit. Well guys, we have our first messed up piece. These two lines are supposed to be going the same way. So this line is supposed to be going like that. So unfortunately, this is a mess up, and I'm gonna have to try again and maybe use this piece as a, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but that's unfortunate. Alright guys, I have corrected it. This is the correct piece. You can see this side is going that way instead of that way. And that was the issue. I did mess it up a little bit again, but I think that'll be fine. We can just leave that there when applying it. Okay guys, I've finished the vinyl work for today. Here's the number that's going on the side. I just kind of laid it out. That's kind of what it's going to look like. Obviously much more properly aligned and all that, but yeah, and then the rest of it's over here. This is the passenger side, and then there's still some graphics I gotta do, but I'm probably gonna put this stuff on tomorrow, and then finish up the rest of the graphics. Okay guys, I started applying some of the livery. We already got this stripe on, and I'm working on installing the racing circle. You know, it's not super clean in some spots, but you know, for my first time wrapping, it's not terrible. Finished the racing number with a few flaws. There's some bubbling there. There's a little bit of the backing that I couldn't get out there. This wouldn't stick. And then I also got this vinyl on. So now we got this little bit. You can see some of my guiding tape up here. Yeah. All right, the upper vinyl is on. Obviously, I didn't do a super great job at cutting it straight, and there's some air bubbles and all that, but you know, I think it looks decent for my first time. All right, well, this is where we're at right now. I just realized I had forgotten to cut this stripe out, so just did that. That was a lot more of a pain than it should have been, but yeah, I got all these done. Trying to decide if I want to put on some more graphics tonight or just leave it like this and do the other side to match. I don't know. It's currently like 6:45 p.m. I got school tomorrow, but I want to get to a point where it's not like half done on this side and not done on the other. So we're definitely going to do this on the other side. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do those little bits. Well, I don't have that bit or that bit, but I'm trying to decide if I want to do that lower one there. All right, well, I started work on the other side. You got that stripe, the number, and this stripe, which, you know, has some flaws going on here. It was actually a cut there. I did my best to try and seal it together, but obviously it's not perfect. I kind of expected some stuff like this because it's my first time doing this, but still, it's kind of annoying to see, but overall, it's going okay, you know, kind of as I expected it to go. All right, we got the bottom stripe put on. It went a little bit better than the top stripe. I got to do some cleaning up, and there's like a little bubble right there where it won't go down, and I don't know why, but yeah. So All of it needs some cleaning up, but overall, it's looking okay. All right, it's currently like 7:20-ish, 7:25. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this stripe on and then call it good for the night, and then figure out what other kind of graphics I want to put on here tomorrow afternoon. So, yeah, let me put that on and get back to you guys. All right, guys, and this is where we're at right now. We've got the most of the livery applied. There's still some graphics that I want to do, like there's some empty space there and there and there. I still got to kind of figure out what kind of shaping I want to do there, but yeah, I'm at a good stopping point here. I'm happy with it. Got the light set up for the reveal. Same thing on the other side. There's no light over here, but you know, a mirror image. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. It came out about as good as I expected it to come out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this part. I'll do a part 2 when I finish off the rest of the livery. I also plan to add some rally lights on the front. I already have those. I just need to get brackets for them and have my dad help me wire them up.